Well, the day has finally arrived. It's the first big video on the Natural One channel being posted today. And you, yes you, are watching it right now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a name for this series, but it's starting. It's finally happening. You get to witness history, or something like that. And I have the honor of being your very, very questionable guide down this rabbit hole. Anyways, enough with the rambling, enough with the stalling. I know you guys are excited, so let's get right into the video. Alright, welcome back to this unnamed series, where I will be presenting you with some homebrew subclasses we here at Natural One have made ourselves. Today, the Draconic Patron Warlock. With Fizban's book being the newest addition to the D&D rulebooks, I figured we'd stick to the theme with more Draconic-related subclasses. I know the Ranger and Monk just got some new subclasses, and there was much more Dragon-related content added as well. And with 2 new Warlock subclasses added in Tasha's, why not keep the ball rolling and add a third? And that, my friends, is how we came upon the Draconic Patron Warlock. With a Draconic Patron Warlock, any sort of Draconic being can be your deity. This includes dragons, drakes, wyrmlings, anything in between. After all, it's your character, it's your choice. Your pact with these Draconic beings can be formed out of mercy, servitude, malice, or whatever you decide for your character. It's your story. You gain benefits similar to a dragon, eventually even getting wings, which we'll cover later. Those wings have got to be a selling point for you power gamers out there. However, your dealings come with a price. Greed. You know, dragons, hoarding, greed, it's all basically synonymous. The greed of a dragon infiltrates you, causing you to hoard and even get aggressive at times. But that's just lore text. Let's get into some actual content. The first feature you get from this subclass is the same as every other Warlock subclass, an expanded spell list. The spells, however, are a little bit different. The spells you get are connected to your patron's damage type. So if your patron is a red dragon, you get spells in the fire damage column. A bronze dragon gives you access to the lightning damage column spells, and so on and so forth. You get the general idea. On top of these damage associated spells from your patron, you get the dragon spells, as shown in the first column on the expanded spell list. These spells are added to your spell list, but you don't have to choose them, giving the ability to flavor your character as much as you want. You can choose to lean fully into this dragon patron archetype, or ramp it up as you see fit. It's your character. You have access to all of your damage spells, as well as all the dragon spells by level 5, so you can choose to switch them out and level up as you please. Along with the expanded spell list, which you get at level 1, you gain the ability to speak, read, and write Draconic. The other level 1 feature is related to Eldritch Blast, the all-powerful Warlock cantrip that every good Warlock has. Well, good news for you, you daddy issue having Warlock mains. You get it for free now, but at a little bit of a cost. At level 1, you automatically learn Eldritch Blast, and it doesn't count against the number of Warlock cantrips you know. However, the damage type changes from force to your patron's associated damage type. But good news is to be had. Anytime you use a cantrip or spell that does damage of your patron's associated damage type, you get to add your proficiency bonus to the damage. That's right, your damage type sucks a little bit now, but you get that sweet, sweet proficiency bonus damage on top of a potential agonizing blast damage. I know you Warlock mains, you love doing damage. You're welcome. This extra damage goes for all spells too. Let's say you choose a red dragon. You get an Eldritch Blast that deals fire damage instead of force. This damage is equal to 1d10 plus 2 at level 1. Let's say you're level 5 now and you decided to choose Agonizing Blast. That's 1d10 plus 3 plus a potential charisma modifier twice. That's a good trade-off if you ask me, but I did help make the subclass. Moving right along, we get the next big ability at level 6, Dragon's Cunning. You served under your patron for a bit now, so it makes sense that you've learned a thing or two. With that knowledge, you've learned how to shrug off damage associated with your patron's type. Let's stick with this red dragon example. Let's say you get hit by a fireball and fail. That's only half damage, because guess what? That level 6 ability gives you resistance to your patron's damage type, making you situationally tanky. You also improved in your social game. you got that dragon riz. I can't believe I just said that. But if you fail on a deception, intimidation, or persuasion check, you get to reroll. You have to use the new roll, however, even if that's also a fail. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, but you don't regain all uses until you finish a long rest. So there's some give and take in this feature. Good news is, you've got a Dragon Patron as your wingman. Yes, I wrote that pun in on purpose. Next up is your level 10 feature, an improvement to your Dragon's Breath spell, if you chose to take it. You've probably used this spell a good bit, and if you haven't, your patron definitely has. The range on Dragon's Breath increases from a 15-foot cone to a 30-foot cone, meaning you can hit more enemies. But that's not all. That'd be a lame feature if it was. You also get one free use of Dragon's Breath. Once you use it, you can't use this feature again until you finish a short or long rest. Good thing Warlocks rely on short rests to beat their maximum potential. Makes sense that someone who sold their soul, or whatever deal you made for your character, only takes naps. The final ability you get from this subclass is called Spectral Flight, the 14th level ability. With this feature, you gain increased mobility, and the ability to take to the skies. Here are the wings I told you about, you power gamers, so you better be listening. Once per short or long rest, you can cast Fly on yourself without expending a spell slot. When you cast Fly, spectral dragon wings sprout from your back, and those wings resemble your patron's. Again, with this red dragon example, you get red dragon wings. If you have a wormling as your patron, the wings are smaller. You get the idea. It's functional flavor, but it's up to you to decide what they look like. It's fun for your character. Well, that's it for the Draconic Patron Warlock. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But you're not rid of me yet. You can't get rid of me that easily. I'm still hanging around. I've got a special surprise for you. Well, it's actually a couple special surprises. The Patron covered in this video, the Draconic Patron Warlock, will be available for use on Homebrew and our Patreon. That's right, baby. We've got a Patreon now. Go check it out. The link is in the description to the Patreon and to our Homebrew page. We've got more subclasses coming to both. As more videos roll out, you'll get access to the other stuff that we've done so far. Remember though, since this is Homebrew, ask your DM if you can use a subclass before using it in the campaign. D&D is about collaborative storytelling. It's not a DM versus players. Everyone's got to have fun. That includes your DM. We've also included the links to the artist pages down in the description as well that we've used for both the Homebrew and for the videos, so make sure you check them out. Also, let me know in the comments any changes or suggestions you have for this subclass, as well as ideas for your other subclasses or other classes. Maybe we could work on balancing them out, and you could even get a shout out in another video. Remember, as well as your comments, leave me some good names for the series. I'm really struggling to come up with some. If you have any good ones, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side.